This initiative to engage men and the youth to rally against sexual violence on women and young girls started on December 4, 2014 in Buea, and it has been taken to other major towns in Cameroon to reach out to many youth and men. This platform, created by the Organization for Gender, Civic Engagement and Civic Education for Youth Development, is to engage these youth in Banga to really discuss and break the chain of sexual violence in their respective schools and communities. It falls within the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence in their respective communities. This sensitization campaign is titled "Break the Chain on Sexual Violence Against Women in Cameroon."
By women that we train in Limbe, who came out to share their stories of cases of violence, of sexual violence and domestic violence that were perpetrated on them and some of their friends. So after we had a number of these women coming to speak out on cases of violence, we now decided to initiate this new phase of the project, which involves talking to the youth, the women and the men. Why did we take the youth? Because we know that the youths are in homes, youths especially in homes where the father is violent, easily copy the same violence and they grow up in that same nature.
Violence against women is on the rise, and it takes various forms in our communities, which is still being neglected, and not much has been done to reduce it. Getting these young boys and girls to discuss it will in a long way help to reduce it in their respective schools and communities, as most of them will become enlightened.
Because we are hoping that these people that we will train, they will act as champions against sexual violence. They will go back to their communities, they will go back to their schools, they will go back to their groups and sensitize their friends on what they have learned.
The campaign engaged the youth in a Break the Chain of Sexual Violence Against Women arts competition that will see the youths with artwork depicting sexual violence, identifying various forms of sexual violence in their respective communities, and taking the commitment to bring the right change through poems in their communities and schools.